Isabella's birthday was today. She was now 26 years old. This was going to be her very first birthday with Alastor since they were both dating. Alastor had been protective of Isabella, keeping her safe from anyone trying to steal her. The party was going well with her family and friends at the hotel. There were games, party snacks, along with pizza, and etc. "This is a great party," Jacob said, looking around. "It sure is. I can't believe my daughter is growing up," Jennifer said. Isabella was, and here where Alastor was, the two of them were both enjoying the party. "I hope you're enjoying yourself, my dear," Alastor said to her. "Oh yes, I am, Al. This party is amazing," Isabella replied to the radio demon as he kissed her cheek. "Here's your slices of pizza," Charlie said, handing Isabella some pizza. "Thanks, Charlie. Alastor should really pull some strings into making this party happen," Isabella stated. "I also pulled some limbs too, ha ha," Alastor laughed. "I gotta say, you and Isabella are a cute couple. I still worry about her, but Charlie hasn't gotten me to chillax though for a bit," Vaggie said. "He and her work out nicely since they're both deer," Angel Dust commented. "They sure do. I wonder when they're going to tie the knot," Nifty wondered. As the party went on, Isabella headed over to the snack table to see Serpentius was there. But she wasn't so sure if he was invited or not. His egg boys were also there. Alastor followed her in case if she needed help. And here he was. Serpentius looked at Isabella and saw that Alastor was with her. It then hit him that she belonged to Alastor. "You're not invited to my party. It's rude to show up uninvited," Isabella stated crossly. "Who?" Serpentius asked as he saw Alastor. His antlers began to grow. "You wouldn't want to mess with me again, would you?" Alastor's voice sounded distorted, which crept out Serpentius. "You better not ask me out, Serpentius. I am the radio demon's bride," Isabella said. Everyone was watching what was going on with Alastor, Isabella, and Serpentius. Serpentius looked pale at the sight of Alastor's grin. He looked like he was about to tear the snake demon into a new one if he tried anything. "As jealous as I am to see her with you, I will back off and not fight with you over it," Serpentius said, backing off. "That's what I thought, and you should stay for the party, as long as you don't try anything," Alastor stated. His egg boys were eating the food that was at the party. "He seems that he listens to you," Kenny said to Alastor. "Serpentius and I got history. He tried to attack here at one point when I first came here," Alastor explained to Kenny. He sure didn't understand, but at least he got what Alastor was saying. "Do you hope Alastor asks for your hand in marriage?" Vaggie asked Isabella. "He may consider doing that. In fact, I think he'd be a great husband to me," Isabella answered. "Maybe I misjudged him. Despite what goes on with him, he seems to be nice to have him around. After all, he did help get more demons to come to the hotel," Charlie stated. As the party went on, Isabella was opening gifts from her and her family and friends. She got a lot of nice things, and she even got some clothes, magic items to practice magic with, some CDs, needed some video games that she wanted. With most of the gifts unwrapped, Isabella enjoyed all of her gifts. "Wait, there is one left from me," Alastor said, catching everyone's attention. Once Alastor looked at Isabella, and as Alastor got down on his knees, everyone knew what he was planning to do. "Isabella, you've been an angel to me since we've started dating. I couldn't have asked for a better friend other than you. You made me feel like as if I was really alive. Isabella, will you marry me?" Alastor opened a ring box to reveal an engagement ring. Of course, it was a diamond ring, but it sparkled in everyone's eyes. "Alastor, I don't know what to say," Isabella almost cried at the sight of this. Alastor finally popped the question into tying the knot that would mean she would marry him. "Yes, of course I'll marry you, Alastor," Isabella said as the ring slipped on her finger. Once the ring was on her finger, everyone clapped and cheered for Isabella and Alastor. The two kissed during this, which that meant they were going to be husband and wife soon. "You made my day by saying yes, Isabella," Alastor said to his fiancée. "I'm glad I can make your day great. This is the best birthday present you've given me," Isabella replied as she hugged Alastor. A few days after her birthday, it was a nice day at the Hasbin Hotel. Alastor and Isabella were both enjoying themselves outside the park. The other demons saw and paid no attention to the couple as they minded their own business. Mimsy and Rosie happened to be walking in the park together. They looked up to see Mimsy and Alastor not far from where they were. Since they didn't see each other very much, they headed over towards the couple. "Hey, Alastor, it's been a while," Mimsy began. "And your girlfriend seems to be cheered here today. How have you been doing?" Rosie asked, asking the question. "We've been doing fantastic, Rosie. Now we're also engaged," Alastor told her. "You're engaged to him?" Mimsy asked Isabella. The doe showed off her engagement ring to Mimsy, surprising her and Rosie. "Congratulations, you two. I bet you two are going to be a great couple like you are now," Rosie said. "Yep, I'm his bride, and since he strikes up the deal for me to which I made with him," Isabella replied. "His bride? This is something unexpected," Mimsy said. "It's because I love Isabella. She's been a sweetheart since I first met her. We are friends, yes, but she's special to me," Alastor stated as he wrapped his arms around Isabella. "I hope you two are both happy. Surely we would get invited to your wedding," Rosie said, hoping that Alastor would invite her and Mimsy. "Of course we invite you too. You've been my friend since I've came to hell. In fact, when I get my radio station, I'll announce the fact that I'm getting married to Isabella. Surely everyone will be excited to see me marry the one I love. I cannot break her heart," Alastor replied. After chatting with Rosie and Mimsy, they seemed to be nicer to Isabella than how she was when she met them earlier. In fact, Alastor started telling people the fact that he and Isabella were getting married whenever they went. Isabella was a bit shy to announce the news to the demons they passed by, so Alastor did the work for her. While Isabella was in her room sleeping that night, Alastor announced his engagement to Isabella on radio. Everyone on the radio heard about the news and congratulated him. Well, some were not big on the whole thing, but they didn't seem to care one bit. The news about it was the best thing Alastor has announced on radio. However, Isabella said it was a bit much, but she didn't care about it one bit on the end. In the middle of the night, Isabella woke up from a nightmare that she had, so she got up to see Rex was sound asleep in his dog bed. She walked out of the hotel room, and once she was out of her room, she walked down the hallway to find Alastor's bedroom door, so she knocked on the door and waited for a bit. After waiting for a few minutes, Alastor opened his bedroom door, and he was half asleep, so he was groggy. Is something wrong?" Alastor asked her. "I had a nightmare, Alastor. Would it be okay if I sleep with you tonight?" Isabella questioned. "Of course you can, my bride. You could sleep with me tonight," Alastor answered as he let Isabella in his bedroom. As Isabella walked inside, she saw that Alastor's bedroom had a forest in the background. How was that possible was anyone's guess. She also could see a king-size bed not far from where the forest was. "Sorry if I woke you up," Isabella said. "It's all right, my dear. I'm used to waking up by things. You had a nightmare? You say, what is it about?" Alastor asked. "It was about me being alone in the alleyway, where I got robbed, and then I was shot. I was then left by the people that robbed me. I bled out and died while looking for help." Isabella began to cry. "I hate having dreams about this. I wish I didn't die like that." While Isabella was sitting on Alastor's bed crying, the radio demon sat beside her and comforted her. There, my dear. I won't like that ever happen to you here. I would die protecting you. I wouldn't let anyone harm you in any way," Alastor said softly. "You'll keep me safe?" Isabella asked as she hugged Alastor. "Of course, my dear. You'll be safe with me around to keep you safe. I won't leave your side no matter what, and you can count on me. I'm the radio demon," Alastor answered. "That makes me feel better, Alastor. So, about our wedding, when should we have it?" Isabella replied, sniffling a little bit as she was slowly calming down from crying. "That will be whenever you're ready to get married. Just say the word and I can make it happen," Alastor said. "But for now, let's us get some sleep." "What if I have another nightmare, Alastor?" Isabella replied, questioning him. "I'll hold you close as we sleep, and I'll make sure you don't have any nightmares," Alastor stated as he lay down on one side of the bed. While Isabella lay down on the other side of the bed, while they were lying down, Alastor made sure to hold Isabella close as they slept. Normally, whenever Isabella had nightmares, she would go to Charlie or Vaggie for help. Sometimes she would let her sleep with them for the night. Other times they would talk about it, to which it made Isabella feel better to talk about it. but since she has Alastor, she can go to him whenever she was having nightmares. Alastor allowed Isabella to sleep with him if she needed to, whenever she had nightmares. In fact, he was fine with it since they were both going to get married soon. That night, Isabella fell asleep within Alastor's arms as he held her close. She didn't have another nightmare for the remainder of the night. The next day was when Isabella was hanging with Charlie and Vaggie. Alastor allowed her to have some girl time since she had been hanging around him for quite a lot. Isabella didn't mind being around her girlfriends. She enjoyed the time she had with them. With the girls outside of the hotel, they had gone to some wedding dress shopping. "We should get you a wedding dress," Charlie said. "You want to look great for the wedding," Vaggie said. "That's true. I'm sure my mother would be at this dress shop too, right?" Isabella asked. Then Jennifer walked out of the shop to see the girls. "Hey girls, I was looking at the wedding dresses for my daughter. Why not come in and help me choose a dress for Isabella?" Jennifer said as she led Charlie, Vaggie, and Isabella inside the dress store. Once inside the dress store inside, the girls looked around and saw some nice wedding dresses that the store had. Isabella saw lots of options to choose from, but there were so many wedding dresses that she would have to try on and see what she likes best. It had to be something to fit within her wedding dress for Alastor, and Charlie and Vaggie knew that. As Isabella was trying out some dresses, she got some opinions from her friends. "Too long," Jennifer said to one dress. "Too short," Vaggie said to another. "Too feathery," Charlie said to a feathery dress. "Too small, too pink, too red, too purple, not sparkly enough, too sparkling, too bright, too big, too tight on ya." Almost, but not quite. With the 14th dress tried on, it wasn't too big, too tight, or etc. It was the right dress for Isabella. It was a long-sleeve dress, but Isabella liked the sparkles on them. They weren't too sparkling. It was just the right one sparkles on her. "That dress is more like it for Alastor's wedding," Jennifer said, as she, Charlie, and Vaggie admired the dress. "This dress looks a lot better than the other dresses you tried on," Vaggie said. "I love this dress. I want to get married in this," Isabella said. "You like the dress?" Jennifer asked her daughter. "I like the dress, Mom. I want it," Isabella answered as she headed for the change room to change out of her wedding dress. Afterwards, she put the wedding dress on the cash counter. That was when Jennifer had paid for the dress that Isabella wanted. Now that the wedding dress was out of the way, Isabella couldn't wait for her and Alastor to get married with the dress on. The wedding was months away, so there was a lot of planning to do, but she still couldn't wait for her special day to happen. With invitations to the wedding being out a few months later, Alastor invited the demons he knew as well as Isabella's family members. The wedding was going to be the biggest one yet, but it was going to be Isabella's special day. He had wished her every day that her wedding day would get closer, and eventually got closer to the wedding day as the days and months went on. While they awaited for their wedding day, Alastor and Isabella continued to date as always, and he even had her as a guest star on his radio show a couple of times, and that was something she really enjoyed most of all.